Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. This week we're going to be finishing three series that we're in the middle of, and I'm excited. I feel like it's a lot, or at least that's the goal, but I'm feeling confident about it. So as you can see right here, these are the three series that we're going to be reading this week, hopefully, fingers crossed. Two of them are fantasy, one is a romance, so that feels perfect. I'm starting this on Sunday. It's about like 7 o'clock. I need to upload my video for like this week, and then I'm gonna like shower, and then we are set for the night. We're just gonna be locked in reading. I'm so excited to get all snuggly. 2 out of 3 books are on my Kindle, and then Fearless is on the physical book that we'll be reading together. So also a nice combo, I think, because I've been only reading on this bad boy recently, so it'd be nice to throw in a physical book as well. So the 2 on the top have already started, so that's why I feel a bit more confident about being able to finish this week. So this is kind of like a mood read vlog with me as well. I just wanted to like chit chat to you guys about books. I haven't been vlogging the past couple weeks when I've been like reading, so I'm kind of itching to just like chit chat to you guys again. So the one I want to finish first is A Sky Beyond the Storm, which is a part of the Ember in the Ashes fantasy series. I did talk a little bit about the series in the video where I was like talking about all the books I've read so far this year. I'll link it if you haven't seen it yet. But I said like I really liked the series, but for some reason there's just a part of me that can't like fully click with it, so I'm not like loving it, and that's still how I feel, unfortunately. There's 4 books in the series and I'm about to finish the 4th. There's technically like a spin-off book that is like follows the same world, but I don't think I'll read that, TBH. I feel like this set 4 is where I'll stop. It's not on Kindle Unlimited, unfortunately, so I was trying to read the physical books, and for some reason they're just like really big, and like in comparison to Wildside, it's just like so much bigger, and for some reason I just was never picking it up. And when it's like you're not loving a story, like the issue is, yeah, I just think there's just, for some reason, like I can tell it's a good fantasy book. Like I would recommend it if you haven't read the series. I think it's a good one. I don't think it's like as amazing as like Sarah J Maas or any of those kind of vibe books, but I do feel like it is good. So I wish it was like 5-star for me. It's more of like a 3 to 4-star fantasy series for me, but I still liked it and would recommend it. Like I don't want to compare every fantasy book to like ACOTAR and Throne of Glass, but because those were my first big fantasy series I read, I feel like I'm always just naturally gonna do that. So one thing that I do think is cool about this Ember in the Ashes series is, and maybe that also helps me, or has made me like not connect to it as much, is you're not necessarily following just like one main character the whole time. So those 2 series let's talk about, they do like the main girl character is like who you are focused on most of the time. There's like spin-offs obviously where they'll talk about the other characters a lot, but it really builds on that first main character. Whereas with this series, as the books are going on, you already are focusing on multiple characters in the first book, and that continues to happen throughout the rest of the series as well, which is one cool because then you see all the different, you know, POVs, and different things are happening in the different, you know, like spaces and with the different people and different areas, and obviously how it's all connected. But I do feel like because we jump from character to character, you don't connect as much to say one POV, or it just is like a different reading experience, I feel. So I'm up to page 117 of 520 on my Kindle for this book. It's size 23% apparently. So, and I'm pretty sure I read all of that yesterday. So yeah, I haven't read much without you guys. Obviously it is the last in the series, so there's not like too much of the plot I can chit chat about, I feel, but I'm definitely gonna try and like sprinkle in some like reactions, because you know we're getting to the end of the book. Obviously there's gonna be some good stuff happening, and just kind of talk to you more about that versus then like the plot. I've got Mr. Fluffbutt here next to my little boy. It's on like there's one character in this book that they should have killed bucks ago. To be quite frank with you, I feel like this whole world was so much better without that character still being in the books. But the interesting thing is there hasn't been that many attempts to like get rid of this character either. There was one, and I don't even think it was that good of a scene. Like they definitely could have given more oomph to the character trying to get rid of the person. But I'm like, One thing that sucks about this main girl, Leia, in the book, is that she is like kind of stupid sometimes. Like, she is actually smart, and she's like done so many things for like the plot and like got herself out of situations, blah blah blah. But then there are other times, literally she's like she's having realizations while things are happening, and she's still doing the opposite. Or like, how can I explain them? Like, say she was like trapped in something, and then she knew like, oh, I need to do this to get out of this. Like, or stop getting distracted. Like, he's trying to distract you so that you can't do this thing. And she just keeps letting herself be distracted, even though she's having the realization that that's why, like, that's what's happening. Hey guys, I'm just chilling at work. It's Tuesday now, and I'm like finished work, but I have a dinner thing tonight, so I'm just chilling down here for a little until then. So of course we're outside reading on my Kindle. I'm still reading the Sky Beyond the Storm. I'm up to page 294, which is 57%. And oh my gosh, the main girl is just so annoying. I hate to say it. When like attacks are happening, or like she's like on missions, she just gets so distracted. But like, sad stuff is going on, fair enough, but like, girl, you have a mission, you're supposed to be like fulfilled. And then a lot of the time she then isn't able to complete her mission because she got distracted with something else. That she's very much like, say she saw like one person hurting, she would go and help them, versus like then not being able to do her complete the big mission that she was trying to do. And like, the big mission would obviously help a lot more people, versus then she just still see the one person needing to help them. So that just annoys me. This is my girl, let's have some like big picture mentality. It's about that time for me to finish this book. My goodness gracious, it is now Wednesday. When did I start reading this book? It feels like it's been days. I guess it was Saturday. Yeah, because I talked to you guys on Sunday and I'd already started it. So like 5 days. Usually I try to finish my books quickly, or at least if it is a long time, I'm not picking it up. But I've been picking it up daily. Yeah, I'm definitely ready to be done. I'm on page 393, which is 75% of the way. My time says I have, oh my gosh, only an hour and a half left of the book. Perfect. Because yeah, I'm just itching to be done. It's still giving the same energy as my previous updates. I'm not loving it. I'm not like hating it either. Like, I'm just like, okay, I want to get to the part where they win. Or I mean, I just want to get to the end. I was trying to think more of like why it's just not clicking for me. And I think one of the main issues for me personally is that there's not a ton happening in the build-up to whatever's gonna happen. That is so vague. Like, I have a feeling there's gonna be like one last battle. You know, there always is in a fantasy moment, and we're kind of just leading up to that. And like, we're getting pieces together to like really build the puzzle and understand why they're doing what they're doing. But even then, just like, it feels like the reveals aren't that big. There's been only one moment that I've like gasped. I'm like, oh my gosh, wow, didn't expect that. But everything else is just like, oh, okay, when it happens. So you are jumping from like different POVs in nearly every chapter, so you're just bopping around a lot, I feel. But yeah, it's like scratching the fantasy itch that I had, so that's nice. But yeah, I'm gonna go finish this. Oh, also, the little tidbit. There's like magic elements to the characters, but they don't spend a lot of time like training those magic elements. So like, I feel like the characters could be stronger characters. I feel like they could, like, in their abilities for what they would be able to do with the magic, if they just like practiced it. Like, for example, with like Throne of Glass, there's like that whole book. Is it what, Queen of Shadows? I think it is. One of the ones in the middle, where she basically spends a whole book training and learning how to like hone her skills and such. There's none of that in here. There was a mention of like one of them needing to learn how to use a bow, like a bow and arrow. That was it for a little. I will say the tiny notes of jealousy from one of the characters. Stunning. I love the man who's jealous. And then she calls him out on it. Period. there's a part in the book where one of the characters is like confessing how they feel, and they say like 4 lines of something, but it rhymes, so it's as if it's like a little poem. And I'm like, babes, it really could have been a cute moment. Like, I can see they were trying to go for a cute moment, but just the rhyming gave me the biggest ick that it just made me chuckle. And I was like, nah, this wasn't romantic or cute. Because why are we rhyming? You Dr. Seuss. And we're finished. We're finished. Yeah. Now we get to do what I wanted to do this whole time reading this book. Read reviews. I'm gonna look up TikToks. Hear what people are chit-chatting about it. Don't mind the eagle's face. There we go. No, he's not staring at you guys. I started Powerless. No, that's not what I keep calling it Powerless. I started Fearless today, and I'll chit chat about to no. Oh my gosh. I started Fearless today, and I'm not gonna give updates about that right now because I just wanted to quickly pop in and talk about how hard it is to know the joy of laying in bed reading on a Kindle at night and then be having to read a physical book, and you just know it would hit so much better if it was on the Kindle. But I told myself I need to not buy physical books and also the Kindle book because that's crazy. It's a waste of money. And there's nothing wrong with the physical. So I'm reading it. I have a book lamp. I will be fine. I can read in the dark. It's fine. It's just not as nice to hold as a Kindle, obviously. I just want to keep reading. We're already a chunk of the way through. Woo-hoo. No, because why is Fearless so good? Oh my gosh, guys, I'm loving it. Okay, this is just the outside cover because the actual book itself is in my backpack, so I'm about to leave to go to work and I'm taking it with me in case I get some downtime at work and can read like on my dinner break and stuff. But oh my gosh, this has been so good. I think I'm actually, let me get it out so I can see how many pages I've read. I am already up to page 340, which is crazy. I think that's over halfway. And guys, this has been so good. I started this yesterday, but I was feeling a bit sick. I had like sore throat, you know, the usual cold symptoms. Hey baby, wanna come up here? Oh, the snow comes. Oh, the baby. Yeah, you're so cutie. Just go, you can see him. Because I wasn't feeling super great yesterday, I stayed home, just worked remote. But then in between the times of like not having any work to do, I started the book, and yeah, and then I woke up this morning and it's graduation day today at school, so I don't have to work until later. So it's like lunch time right now and I'm gonna head in, but I was able to read then this morning as well. And yeah, I am loving it. Like, I feel like 5-star energy so far. I can't remember if I already said this, but I didn't, yes I did, I remember saying that I didn't love Powerless, love Reckless, blah blah blah. So I had a feeling that I was gonna end up really liking this too because of how much I liked Reckless. And I think you have to go into it with the mindset that it's not a fantasy with romance. It's definitely a romance book with a subplot fantasy. And so far, like, the majority of the book has been about the romance side of things, politics side of the world. Such a backseat. What am I trying to say? I would say it's like 80% romance, 20% politics. Like, yeah, it's really like kind of what is like the plot that's like what they're having to do in the book has to do with the politics side of things, but like every scene basically is about the romance side of things, which I'm eating up. I don't mind. I think coming from reading the Ember in the Ashes, yes, that was more like a fantasy with romance elements, whereas I think then jumping to this is, as I said, the opposite is a really nice like jump. Like, yeah, they're acting stupid, oh for sure, and you know, I'm sure it's gonna blow up in their face for sure. You're also getting some flashbacks to the king and like from his POV, so that's interesting because then you're understanding more about like why he did what he did. But they're really short. I wouldn't like it if it was like a ton of those chapters of his POV, but no, I'm liking that it's like it was just like short little mentions. It's been so bingeable. Like the chapters are also really short.
which is, I love a chapter that's like 5 pages long. No, because why was I up at 3 a.m. sobbing to this book last night? Internally, not externally, but I wanted to. So I ended up not actually reading anything at work, just like totally chill. But then when I came home, it was like nearly like 2:45 by the time I had finished chit-chatting to my sister and was going to bed. Just because we were like up late working and stuff. And then so my brain like wasn't ready to go to bed yet, so I was like, oh, I'll just read for a little bit and then go to bed. Like I was thinking like a chapter or 2. No, because why did I pick it up? And then the most insane part, if you've read the book, you know what happens with one of the main characters. I mean, that's very broad. At the like 350, 400 page section. Actually insane. The whiplash craziness that was going on. I was like, oh, okay, so I actually need to see what happens then, because this is actually insane. So I ended up reading, yeah, up to page 400. Yep, so I definitely like wanted to cry multiple times, but I was like, I just couldn't be bothered to, you know? So I swear if something like that happens again, oh, no, it's not let that happen. It was just, it happened so out of nowhere. I was just like, oh, what? No, yeah, I wasn't anticipating that happening. It was good though. It was good. Props to, what's her name? Lauren? Props to Lauren, because that was shocking. I did like it though. I do feel like it was good for the story, but not good for my heart in that moment, because I was like, oh my gosh. As you can tell, I'm definitely still sick. So it's fun. So I'm definitely gonna finish this today. Hello, we have like literally less than 200 pages, just under 200 pages. We're easily finishing this today. I have to post some photos for work, and then I'm probably gonna run to Target, just grab some bits, and then come back and just sit and read the rest of the day, because we're not doing anything. We're resting. We're hoping to feel better. It's just like a runny nose now, and like I'm saying my voice sounding dreadful. I literally did want to whip out my camera last night, but I was reading in pitch black. It was the book, my book lamp, and that was all that was on. I knew it. I'm up to page like 50 something now. No, that's not math. 520. And something that was hinted at earlier in the book, I was like, I feel like I know how this is gonna like come back. I was like, no, there's no way. But maybe. Crazy. I wish I could just yap about all of it. And I know some people do like spoiler vlogs, but I feel like mine are best to just be left more general and not be spoilers. But guys, this book is so good. It's so good. I feel like it's just so bingeable too. Because like, it's like, who are you talking to? You talking to my friends? Hello, what are you doing? He's so confused. Yeah, I don't know if it's just because it's like, as I said, quite romance heavy. There is more like politics coming through now too, especially obviously the last like, you know, less than 100 pages. That's when everything's gonna start wrapping up. But I do feel like even the politics are just like easy to understand, but not like too easy that it's boring, but just easy enough that there's still like stuff happening that's shocking, and like plot twists and stuff like that. I like when something gets revealed and then you can be like, oh my gosh, yeah, that actually totally makes sense. Or like it is like you're learning, like you're figuring it out as they are figuring it out too, if that makes sense. So they're having the like epiphany, oh my gosh, and then you can also like, you're having the epiphany at the same time, because it's like easy to understand. Just hopping on real quick to update you guys, because I finished Fearless and I was like, okay, I want to gather my thoughts and then like I'll let you guys know what I thought of it. I look actually ridiculous right now too, because I just got the shower and I'm self-tan on, but I just wanted to update because I was like, yeah, I finished the book, and then I was like, I'll go start Wildside, because that was the like next book this week I wanted to read and finish up. And I was like, oh, I won't finish it, like I'll just read a little bit. No, I ended up finishing that too. Okay, flew through the second half of that book. It was crazy, 'cause I was on 43%. Anyways, wild. And then Wild Eyes. No, it's not. It's Wildside. Oh my gosh. And then now it's like 11:30, and as I said, I just self-tanned, so I'm like kind of want to chill for a little, and I'm not tired, so I'm gonna start now another book. I think I'm gonna start The Conditions of Will. I think that's what it's called. It's the new Jessa Hastings book because it's on Kindle Unlimited. Oh goodness gracious, so it's kind of crazy. So I think I'm gonna start that because I've only heard good things about that. I have heard everyone read it then say they don't want to put it down though, so that's gonna be interesting because it is 11:30, so I do need to go to bed somewhat soon. But yeah, I just want to hop on, give an update of where I'm at, you know, where I'm at with my reading. Okay guys, we're here ready to wrap this up and give my final thoughts on the last two books I read. So Fearless, I was going between like a 4.5 and 5, but 5 just felt a little too much, and then 4.5, that just feels more accurate, so we're gonna go with that. I did end up liking how it wraps up, I think. Did I? There definitely was a lot of like twists, or like I didn't guess how the ending was gonna happen, so the last like 150 pages flew through because obviously like everything's happening, so you're like, oh my gosh. So that was nice. I liked that. Yeah, we didn't really guess. I did guess that one thing, as I said, but other than that, I mean, it's nothing like crazy, never been done before moment, but sometimes like that's okay. So I think like if you go into the book and the whole series with just the mindset of like, has this been done before? Yeah. Yeah, it has. But sometimes it's just nice to know the old reliable, the old classic romanticy. There we go. Just took me forever. That's just gonna work every time, you know. And you don't have to think too much. You just know it's an easy story to follow along, and I ate it up. I did really like it. I do agree with some opinions that I've seen of like they didn't love what happened with one of the characters and like their plot line, and I agree. I think it's kind of not that I mean you don't have to see everything coming to like for it to be a good ending, but it did feel like out of character for that person. So yeah, I definitely did wish that we saw like Mac a lot more and that his character development was a lot stronger, because obviously we had a whole novella getting to know him, and then he was like mentioned in the book but really not that much. He was an important part of the plot, but again, like he didn't get much screen time. Do I think it's the best book in the whole world? No, but it was fun. It was a fun read. And then honestly, Wild Side was similar energy. Was it the best book ever written? No, but it was a fun time. I think I'm gonna rate it a 4 because I still liked it. It definitely wasn't my favorite of the series. I think it was, to me, as interesting as like the second one in the series too. Wild Love is still my top for sure, just because their chemistry was unmatched, and then Wild Eyes and Wild Side were kind of similar energy to me. But yeah, flew through it. Literally read half of the book last night, so it's such an easy read, so fun. If you like Elsa Silver, I think you'll still like it. I really liked seeing when they started opening up to each other, and then how much like they cared for each other, and that was really sweet. And like the wrestling side of things was funny. Well, that's funny, and you do get a mask on scene, so shocking. And then I did actually end up starting The Conditions of Will, as I told you guys last night. I didn't end up binging a ton. I still read more than I thought I would, but I got up to 19%. So that's where we're gonna end today's video though, because I'm gonna go start a new video for this week. I'm just gonna be reading Kindle Unlimited books, so if you would be also interested in that video, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to give this a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video. And yeah, let me know if you read any of these books and if you agreed with my ratings or if you rated them differently. I would love to hear. So yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Bye.